Hey guys, I just thought I'd share some insights, do a little talks about life. I have a couple playlists you guys may or may not have heard of or taken a look into. One of them would be Talks About Life, another would be the Celebrity Series. So if you haven't seen those yet, maybe take a little browse through there. There are different talks like the different types of true love, the Divine Masculine's ultimate test, how to get in, step into your power, all kinds of things that I've made many videos over these last few years that I think would be very beneficial, even how to be a good, effective listener as well. But today, and I've done a little talk on boundaries before, of course, the cats show up right now. But I've done a little talk on boundaries, but today I wanted to talk about something even deeper than that. One of the realizations that I had along my path was how to not be a victim. Because when we complain about anything that's going on in our lives, then it's kind of weird, but it kind of keeps us stuck in that place. Because what happens is we go to others for soothing. Feel bad for me because I'm stuck in this situation, and woe is me. It's a difficult situation. I'll never overcome it. I'm stuck in this prison. I'm that type of thing. And as people come forward, your best friend, your mother, your people who try to help you, they all come, oh, it's going to be okay. You can do it. Oh, that big bad person over there, or that big bad group over there. And it feels good to get that attention, and it feels good to put the responsibility on everybody else. I just don't know the decision to make. I don't know the thing to do. My situation is just so chaotic and beyond reason and beyond this and beyond. It's just impossible, So it basically keeps you stuck in indecisive and keeps you from being able to step into your power. So one of the things that I learned, and why I'm always promoting Byron Katie's work and my exercise, Thank You God for My Misery, which I have videos in my Talks About Life about both of those things. Byron Katie, BYRON KATIE, and then Thank You God for My Misery. So you can look those up if you want to. But here's one of the things that I did. Some of the things that never dawned on me before, that I was kind of shocked about along the way. Like having friendships where there's no gossip and no complaining. Have you guys ever had that? But that's how friendships could be and should be. So that's like a good, healthy relationship involves even talking about spiritual growth. And so when you catch yourself complaining or going to complain, let's say something bad just happened. You found out some bad news and you're just like, oh my gosh, I just can't believe it. Taking personal responsibility, which, by the way, is the key component to you having a successful relationship with your true love, or just about any relationship, but especially with your true love. It's mandatory. It's absolutely mandatory to be able to be self-aware and to take personal responsibility. But anyway, one way to do that is that when you feel like complaining, when you feel like saying wah, basically about something, and picking up the phone or texting someone or saying, I can't believe that this happened, or I just, I'm outraged, or anything upsetting to you that you go to share with somebody else, is trying to take the responsibility off of you and putting it on someone else to have the answers for it, or to feel sorry for you, or whatever it is. And this is a lot of stuff. A lot of this goes unconscious, and that's why I'm bringing it to the light, so that you can catch yourself, so that you can be like, oh, this is what she was talking about. So what you do is when you go to complain about something where you feel really jaded or upset about something, or something just happens and it really jars you and you're just like, oh my gosh, I feel so triggered. The best thing that you can possibly do is learn to not share that information. And what do you do with those feelings? Because you'll be freaking out all over the place, right? You'll be like, I can't believe that just happened. I can't believe, and I don't even know what to do. And oh my God, all the drama, it starts. Okay, so instead of doing that and reaching out to somebody and putting that energy on them, which it does keep going like dominoes, stop yourself. Take out a pad of paper. Like, I always have one of these around. Take out a pad of paper and a pen. See, there's always a pen attached. I'm always ready to go. And you start doing one of those two exercises that I just mentioned. You just start writing it down and you just start sorting out your feelings. You start sorting out what just happened. You sort out the fact from the fiction. You sort out what's your, you do the exercise as explained in the videos that I explain how to do the exercises in. And you will find that you are creating a best friend within yourself. And when you see that you are your ultimate safe place to fall, that you are the loving arms that you can fall back into, you will gain a lot of confidence. You will start making better decisions. You will start trusting your intuition more. You will start, when you know that you've got nowhere to go complain to, nobody to come try to solve your problems for you or anything like that, you start to really think about the decisions that you're making a lot. And you start loving yourself. You start cultivating this real, like a protectiveness over yourself. Like, I love you and I got you. You almost have to get to the point where you know that nobody else ever really has your back, and they don't. And I know that sounds like a lonely place to be, but it's just true. There is no person outside of you who has your best interest at heart more than you do for yourself, because you know your best interest. The one who really looks into your best interest most for you, even above and beyond you, is your higher self and God. God can be a group of deities or however you translate that or see that. So to be in tune with God, to be present in the moment, able to hear the guidance from the higher self, is the most important relationship you can possibly have. So learn not to complain. Learn not to go to others for soothing. Learn how to self-soothe. And you start to see, if you do these exercises I'm talking about, you start to realize how spirit truly does have your back, and there really is nothing ever really going wrong. It'll reprogram the whole way you take a look at things, and the whole way you see everything in your life starts to change. And when you get out of that victim mentality, also, you're not going to fall for things like somebody trying to blackmail you or hold something over you or anything like that. Or, like somebody is in a situation. I know someone who has been storing things in her place kind of against her will, because somebody kind of pushed it on her, and just, those manipulative people who can just like push something on you. And then she's like, well, I don't know what to do now. I've got everything all ready to go, but now I'm waiting on her for that next step. And I could be waiting for a while, So again, it's like the ball is in the other person's court. Again, she finally, got the strength up to push against the person and say, look, I shouldn't be holding onto these boxes. These are not mine. So she got strong enough to do that. So that was awesome. But then she got stuck on the next step of, the next step is that this person pay for the boxes then to be removed or whatever. And I said, no, you don't get it. You don't get stuck on any part of the process. You take responsibility all the way. You took the boxes, you allowed them to be there. Now you pay for them and you send them back. Now, if they want to keep the relationship with you going, they will pay for the boxes somehow, some way, but do not wait on them. Do not wait on them to do their part, or that's how people have power over you. Oh, the ball's in my court. What will you do for me to get this ball back? So don't let people do that to you. Don't let them manipulate you and hold the ball over there in their court. Keep the ball going the way you want it to go. Don't wait on them. Take legal action if you have to. Do whatever you got to do, but don't take on a situation ever again where you allow somebody to manipulate you and put the damn boxes in your place. You know what I'm saying? That's where, when you start taking more personal responsibility and you become more self-aware, you learn, you mature, you mature, and you start looking out for yourself more. And somebody comes to you and says, "Hey, I'm just in this situation where I just got to put some boxes somewhere, and it'll just be for a week or so." Don't even buy for it. If somebody comes asking for money or something, you may as well just give it to them, because you don't expect to be getting it back. Don't ever put the ball in their court. Don't ever get yourself in a situation where you're only going to be okay if that happens. And then you're waiting on that happening over there for you to be okay. You always want to stay in a situation where you are doing the action or not having anything to do with it at all. Either you can just pass it right on through, or it's not happening. If it seems like one of those situations where something could get stuck along the way and be in someone else's court, don't have anything to do with it. You know what I mean? So that's one thing. Having really good, healthy boundaries is really helpful too, because you essentially send if you're all about, I'll just make sure that they're okay over there. I'll make sure this person's okay over here. I'll make sure that one's, and once everybody's okay, then I'll look after me. It's like your body actually gets the message. You're not important. Everybody else is. And people die from cancer from that belief, Okay. So this is my reminder, and I will do this afterwards. This is my reminder too, that I'm asking some of you who feel called to do it, 9:45 Mountain Time every evening for, I had maybe forever. I don't know. I'm going to be praying for all mothers because of the things that are going to come to light soon about what's been happening to the missing children around the world. If you don't know about that, ask me for some resources and I would be happy to supply those for you, or do some research on BitChute, BITCHUTE.com, and just start delving into missing children, just start looking into that. So I just feeling moved out of compassion and empathy for these mothers, and lighting a candle every evening, and I'm taking my mala, and I have, and I never do this, and I have a mantra that I got from Salini, and I have recorded for you on a screenshot on my Instagram if you want to use it yourself, or if you want to screenshot what I've shared on Instagram, you could do that, have it on your own phone and play it until you memorize. I think it's Sanskrit or a Vedic something or other, the mantra. But it's a very strong protection prayer as well, protection from others. So if you guys would like to join me, I would welcome you to do that. And then you'll also be tapping into my energy as well, and you'll be getting my protection. I will be giving it to everyone who joins me at that time. And it's going to be like a devotional time. And I wasn't paying attention at the time, so I'm not being very devotional tonight, but that's okay. So another thing is to be able to give some grace to yourself as well. So, and be flexible. So, so having healthy boundaries with other people and putting yourself first, loving yourself first is loving other people, because you can't really, if you're not giving authentically, if you're not giving from a place of like, I have so much to give, I've got so much to give, and because I'm so happy and my cup is overfilling, that I would just love to do this for you. If you're genuinely, truly loving to give that thing, that's a whole other thing. You're not like draining yourself from an empty battery. You're not like, your battery has to be full in order for you to truly give charge to other people, right? If you're an empty battery, you're not going to really do much good for anybody, and you're just going to wear yourself out down to nothing. And one way to charge your batteries, by the way, is Qigong or Tai Chi or some kind of energy work where you're filling yourself up with that light, that God source energy. It also, being present in the moment also fills you up with that God source energy as well. There's a number of things that you can do to cultivate that energy within you. So good, healthy boundaries, making sure that, like, Some of you are in situations where you've got like mothers-in-laws, or people who are just really demanding of your time, constantly needing your attention, constantly calling your phone, constantly, just me, and they don't really care about you or your life or what's going on. Those kind of like energy vampires, you guys, seriously, like either block them off your phone or let them know you have between this hour and this hour to speak with me every day. And if it's not positive, I'm hanging up. Or I will do this and this between this period and that period only. And then you protect yourself before and after and cleanse your energy around those times if you absolutely have to like subject yourself to that energy for whatever reason. Hopefully you won't even have people like this in your life, but I've just been hearing a lot of this just has been coming up a lot. So at least try to get it down to the smallest amount of exposure that you have to expose yourself to that negative energy. Stand up for yourself. Tell them no, these are the rules. You're going to call between this time and this time. And if you call around that, I am not even going to pick up my phone. I'm not going to answer you. But whatever it is, whatever rule you set, make sure that it's something that you will and can stick to. Because you're going to be teaching that person that your word is your word, that you have integrity, and what you say is what you mean. You don't just say stuff like, oh, you can only talk to me between these 2 hours. And then you're totally all, oh, I don't know, it might be an emergency. I think I should probably be. Don't do that. Don't do anything that you're going to go back on, because that's just going to make you really weak in their eyes, and they're going to walk all over you. So make sure whatever it is that you can do. So, if it has to be a 4-hour span of time rather than 2, then, whatever you can realistically manage or do. And then you might keep, making that more and more and more and more narrow. And then it's like, you can't just talk to me every day, just one day a week, whatever I'm, I don't know if this is the best example, but you get the picture. That find a reasonable boundary that you can really strongly enforce, and do not answer your phone at all under those circumstances. Some of you are over giving money. Some of you are being guilted into give money. That's you're teaching somebody to continue to behave that way to people and manipulate other people and take advantage of other people. You're not creating a society where it's balanced and equal. So think about the repercussions. Think about those consequences of what you're creating out in the world. So make sure that everything's balanced in your life. If you're giving a bunch of money to something or someone or whatever, they better be giving something back to you that's equal value. There's got to be an exchange with everybody in your life. If somebody just completely drains you and doesn't give anything back, don't have anything to do with them anymore. If you can do that. Knowledge is like, yeah. She's so funny. Oh my gosh. If you guys like want to see some serious cuteness, go to my Instagram, InstaFamFun. And yeah, you're going to be gushing. I'm gushing all the time, all the time with these guys. They're so cute. Okay. So putting yourself first enables you to love others. Also, not giving into guilt and not living by guilt, forgiving yourself for past bad decisions that you've made. You got to do that, because otherwise you're going to bring all that forward. You're going to continue to punish yourself unnecessarily, and you're going to keep love from that person that does deserve to have your love. So forgive yourself, cut yourself slack. Don't keep yourself in a prison of guilt or any of that either, because it's not going to do you or the other person any good to do that. Well, I wanted to mention really quickly too, if you have something that you've been meaning to do that you've been procrastinating on, and you just keep getting more and more mad at yourself that you're not doing it, schedule that thing in somehow. Like even put a reminder on your phone or something. It's never too late. If you might have an instance where you've been meaning to do Qigong or Tai Chi for like a really long time, and it's gotten to the point where it's just making you so mad, or going on that diet or something. and you're just like so mad. You're just like, by now I could be 20 pounds lighter, or by now I could walk through walls, this incredible Qigong master, if I would have just kept doing it for years. Don't give yourself a bunch of flack about the past. The past is the past. It doesn't even matter. Do you want to, to strive to be a Qigong master now? Do it now. Wherever you are, just start now and start going forward. You're going to start being proud of yourself for getting unstuck and finally starting to do it. So quit dwelling on the stuff that happened in the past. Start making forward movement toward what you want now. What do you want to cultivate now? Don't let the past hold you back. Yeah, because sometimes that in itself can just be something that will keep you awake at night and really just bug the heck out of you. And when you start making one good decision, I think I'm going to start doing this finally after all this time. You go ahead and beat yourself up a little bit, but do it. And then you do it, and then you'll feel better. And then it'll help you make a more positive decision again, and another more positive decision. And pretty soon, all of a sudden, you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm totally eating healthy. I'm doing Qigong on a regular basis. I'm doing this that I've never done before. I'm doing that. And you're going to feel more in a flow with life and more synchronistic with life. You're just going to your life will feel more aligned and light and easy. Wouldn't that be nice, right? So if you want to feel more that way, then you've really got to cut out all negativity, all complaining, all gossiping, all negative people, all negative circumstances, anything that holds something over you. Eliminate all of it so you can get in your power. And be your own best friend, and know that is this, you and spirit are the most important relationship to cultivate ever. Ask God what to do in every single situation as you go forward. Should I make that call right now? And if you feel a yes, do it immediately. Act on it. Should I actually do this or that and the other thing? Okay. And if you get a no, put it down for a little bit too. And you could even pray, thank you so much for helping me to know the exact perfect time to do this. Lean on spirit, learn to get that relationship going to where, pray as if something's already happened. I always say that, but just thank you so much for always giving me clarity on when to act on something and when not to. Thank you for always helping me discern really well what the truth is versus what the lies are. Thank you so much for always helping me navigate very easily out of this and that and the other thing. Be communicating with spirit on a regular basis about every little tiny decision that you make. Make it really normal. And always before bed, invite God or spirit to speak with you. And what is it that you'd like me to know? You may get just a bunch of tingling somewhere. And you may not hear anything or see anything necessarily, but it's still a download. The tingling is a download from spirit. And sometimes it's like a big old package or a bundle of information that'll come through, and it'll just kind of assimilate over the next few days. And then it'll just come out your mouth as you go along. So just trust that whole process, and just sit quietly and just invite spirit to come in and give you some messages. Even if you don't understand, we get so stuck on judging ourselves or comparing it with others and being like, but I should be seeing images and I should be hearing things and I should be like other people who get this when they go to meditate. Don't even do that. Just be like, this is my time for you, spirit. I'm just going to sit here for 5 minutes. And if you'd like to show me something, tell me something, or just tingle my head, whatever you want to do, I'm here to receive, because we tend to just be on autopilot all the time. And we don't even take a moment to be quiet and invite spirit in and to participate. So I'm just reminding you guys to just keep the communication going with spirit. Forget about everybody else on the whole entire planet. Nobody else even matters. They really don't. They're good reflections, everybody, anyone who's complaining about you know this too. Anyone complaining about you is just projecting. It's their own stuff. Don't even take that on. Don't even care what anybody else says about you, what you should be doing. What they're judging about what you're doing. Don't even care about anything that anybody else says. None of it even matters. Your relationship with yourself is it. That's where it ends. That's where it begins. That's everything. That is everything and the only thing. Okay, so if you have something that you feel like you can't forgive about yourself, someone else, maybe your mom or your dad behaved a certain way and you're doing the same thing. whatever this is, I want you to practice, at least practice. I mean, because it can be a bit of a learning curve to try to do Byron Katie's work. But I don't know why that's not coming down a little bit. Okay. But thank you, God, for my misery, at least about, thank you, God, that my dad or my mom was a total people pleaser. Thank you, God, that people have had total control over me and I'm such a people pleaser. Thank you, God, that I've made such horrible decisions, that I was such a, blah, 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 call yourself names or something. Whatever it is, you're going to put that at the top of the piece of paper. Thanking God. This isn't about being grateful, guys. This is an exercise to explore and get creative. Okay, so you got to take it to paper. Don't just sit there and, I know I'm grateful. No. That's not at all what this exercise is about. You really got to take it to paper. You really got to do what I'm saying here. The top, you're going to thank God for something bad in the past that you just can't forgive yourself for. Thank you, God, that I was such a horrific person that I did this horrible, horrible thing. And then you're going to write down 10 to 15 advantages or benefits as to why that was important, that happened, that was a really good thing for you now, that happened. It'll help you see how your higher self has been putting you through these things on purpose. It's not been a mistake. It was supposed to be exactly as it was for a reason. And then when you do the exercise, you're going to discover exactly what those reasons are. Okay. So make sure that you do it. Make sure that you stop yourself if you're complaining. And if you can't forgive yourself, go do that. If you can't forgive your mom, you can't forgive your dad, you can't forgive your ex, you can't forgive. But if there's any kind of guilt or unforgiveness, stop immediately, go to paper and just do some discovery. Just learn, you guys, to go to paper, go to paper, go to paper, go to paper. Do not go to anybody else. You have to really cultivate that self-soothing within yourself and really start to become your own best friend. Fall in love with yourself. Start appreciating the things that you love about yourself too. Be able to totally crack up and just be like, I just love you and your sense of humor. You are freaking hilarious. If you adore your kittens, you should be treating yourself the same way. Oh my gosh, look what I just did. Oh, that is so cute. Melt over yourself. Catch those moments where you are precious and you are adorable and you are, all those things that you think other things are or other people are. Start to notice those things that you love about yourself. Become self-reliant and self-soothing, and just have your back. Don't complain. If you're upset about anything or feeling guilty or unforgiveness or any of that stuff, you want to neutralize it by doing an exercise on paper like that. Or do EFT, whatever your thing is. But I've just found that when you take it to paper, it's super effective and powerful. It just is. So if you want to take my word for it, Spirit always recommends it in all my readings. I've never had Spirit say that there's another technique better, but that doesn't mean that there's not, because everybody's different. But if you've tried it before and it didn't work for you, you're just doing it wrong. And I would be happy to help explain things further for you if you're on Telegram or WhatsApp. If you guys are wanting to learn and grow yourself, I will do stuff for free to help you guys out. If you're learning Byron Katie's work and you can't come up with the turnaround or you can't come up with the right stressful thought, I'll help you come up with that. Because I really, really, it's so important everybody heal right now and get past any of these blockages. Guilt and forgiveness are the biggest killers. And another big killer is for you to not realize your power and what you're capable of. So I'm here to remind you that you are powerful, that you can do this. You can stand up against anybody that you want to. Nobody has a hold on you. You're not a victim of anybody or anything or any circumstance. You can do anything you want to, anything you want. You just have to figure out how to do it and who you got to get past or who you got to get around or, how do I take my power back? So get past those limiting beliefs and just keep affirming. Thank you so much for all the incredible solutions that come to me all the time. Thank you so much for all the incredible opportunities that take me in the direction that I truly want. That's my most authentic path. Thank you so much that I just keep getting so many incredible, brilliant epiphanies, ideas, and realizations that deepen my understanding of this situation so that I can move through it with grace and ease. Thank you so much for removing all the blockages in such a miraculous way, you know? And the most synchronistic, incredible, inspiring things will start happening to you as well. So, I'm following, I do these things that I recommend for you guys too. We all can be hypocrites from time to time, but, I walk my walk as best I can. And, as a result, really incredible, magical, synchronistic things really line up for me. So, if you want your life to feel like this, if you want it to feel like you're floating on a cloud sometimes, and just like everything is just so incredible and everything's working out for you so beautifully and you feel so divinely protected, that, if you want to feel great, then you've got to start doing some of these things that I'm talking about. You got to make the effort. Stop complaining, stop gossip, take your power back, make your boundaries. You become the boss and the master of your life. And if you need help, I'm here. You can order a reading at amysatori.com/services, and I would be happy to help you there, or WhatsApp or Telegram. If you want to just, again, don't complain to me. Just let me know your situation. Let me know what you're doing, what kind of exercise you're working on, and ask me for help on that. But do not complain to anybody. Do not tell them what's going wrong in your life. Don't tell them any of that stuff. Just work it out. Work it out within yourself. Okay, now I'm just repeating myself, so I'm going to go. Have yourselves a beautiful day or evening, and I will talk to you later. Bye. If you like my videos, please like, subscribe, and share them with your friends. Also, feel free to join me at patreon.com/Amy Satori, where I post monthly energy readings, pick a decks, and other goodies for members only, including discounts for readings and being entered to win a free reading at the end of the year. Memberships start as low as $5.55 a month. Sometimes I even put my free collective love readings on Patreon first before uploading them here to YouTube. You can check the description of my videos for the most up-to-date information.